It's Sheree. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel. So glad you're here. I'm super excited. It's December. Yesterday was December 1st, and I'm doing this video on Saturday. I'm not sure what day it will be posted. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. But I put together and showed you my December daily for this year, 2023. A little while ago. I've had it done, I've had it ready for a while, but all I did was create the cover and the pages, and I was going to, and I am going to show you how what I do through the month of December, and I have a few things pulled out here to start for the first page for December 1st. So what I do is I wait for the day. I don't plan anything, okay? But I wait for the day to come and go and see what happened. Did I get a Christmas card in the mail? Did something happen that I want to write about? Did I go to a party? Whatever. So that's what I do. I do it the day after so I can put real things that happened. I don't use any kind of kit or anything. I use what I have in my stash, whatever comes my way, maybe something in the mail, whatever, tickets, pictures, whatever, like that. So anyway, I had picked up this book on kind of super clearance at my bookstore that I go to. It's a used bookstore where I get books for my shop, for my journals, and I found this one there, super inexpensive. And what I liked about it, I didn't really even bring it home for my December daily. I brought it home for the pages. As you can see, this is Family Circle Christmas Treasury, but it was full of Christmas craft pages, and I still have a lot of them. And I think I used I maybe used one in here, one or two, but I'll show you when I get to those. So what I did was I made it into, like, I wanted to try. I haven't done this type of December daily before where it's like traveler's notebook style, and that means or travel journal, traveler's notebook, and that means it has this elastic closure which fits over here. And I made it loose because I know this is going to be expanding. And the pages, which are two signatures, are held in. This is just a scrap here, but they're held in just as a little review if you haven't seen this before, with the elastics, which, see, here's the two signatures, and they fit in here. Here's the middle, and they fit in kind of like this, where they're removable. There's some, this is a Franken page here. And, this is a good sized book, so I had to make the pages bigger. But here is, see, that's how they slide out. So I can slide them out. If I wanted to work on one out of the book, I can. And I made it kind of like a glue book. So it's all blank pages like this, ready for me to do whatever, glue on whatever I want to glue on, write on, make, take from my stash, whatever. And there's more than 31 surfaces in here. So, and then you can see it's kind of big. Let me tell you the size of the book real quick. So if you have never done a December daily before, you can still make one for yourself or buy one from someone. I've sold all my Christmas journals except for one. And they can be, mine have been all different sizes. Small, this is the biggest one I've ever done. Everything in between, right? I do have one traveler's notebook style, which is a sewn-in signature in my shop, and it's marked down because it's been in there for a while if you would like to get that one. So, my link to my eBay shop will be down below. So this is 8 inches wide and 10 1/4 inches tall. So I put fabric on the spine. I used the spine that was with this journal and just reinforced it. I put this pretty red fabric on the outside, and you can see it folds over to the back. And I've added, there was a little something here that didn't look like it belonged to my Christmas type daily, December daily. So I put this little, it's a little wood round piece. It was red when I got it. And I thought, well, that's perfect. And then I may cover this up with maybe the date 2023 later when I find or make something to put there. But for right now, this is what it looks like. And I thought, after I took the pages out of here and I was trying to decide what to do with the cover, I thought, oh, look at this beautiful Christmas scene here. Somebody's living room. It looks gorgeous, right? And wouldn't that be a great December daily, so I decided to use it. So and on the inside, it already had these pretty green papers here. Perfect, right? Nice snowflakes and a little winter scene there. So here's my first page. And what I thought I would do, there's a couple things I want to do. So let me show you what I have out to work with today. I have a glassine bag, and I've been organizing my Christmas stash, trying to get it put away from the Christmas crafting I've been doing. And this had something in it that I had ordered from an Etsy shop a few years ago, and I am putting like things together. So I took the things that were out of here, put them in something else, and I had this left, a nice glassine bag, so I'll be using that. And then I pulled this little piece of a scrap of a paper napkin. I actually have 2 scraps left from that, so I pulled that out maybe to decorate that. I also looked at my numbers. I have numbers that are stickers for like 1 through 25, but I've had these for a couple of years and haven't used them, so I decided to go ahead, and I think I have all of them 1 through 25 here. These are just a couple odds and ends that I need to fix up to put away. Sitting here, this scrap you just saw me pull out from, this was a cover, part of a cover. This is a piece of a cover from, and it says Jolly. That's why I saved this whole piece from a paper pad cover. And then I have out here to start, I thought, nothing really happened yesterday on December 1st. Like I went to work and I came home. It was, we're moving our offices, and so it's been a stressful week trying to work and get the office moved. It's been a very, very stressful week, let me tell you. It was stressful, like mega extremely stressful. I can't even tell you how stressful it was. Anyway, so, just going to work and coming home was a major event for me yesterday, trying to get work done. But anyway, so I have this first page, and I pulled out, I thought for the first page, December, what does it mean to me? What do I, want to focus on for Christmas in December? And so, the real reason for the season for me is, Jesus' birth. So I have this old, I think there might be more than one here, of Ideals magazines I've been working with. And I may have more, but I've been kind of working with these 2 older ones. They both are older, and I think they had issues where I couldn't sell them in my shop, like the cover was messed up, or I think one didn't even have a cover, that type of thing. So I left these out for me to work with. Plus, they're old, and if you try to fold them, they crack. So great pages to glue down onto something, right? So I thought maybe together, I was going to pick one out, pick out a page before the video, but I thought you might like to see my reasoning behind picking them out. I mean, even this first page right here is awesome, because I'm trying to think of the beginning of the Christmas season before Jesus was born. And here it is right here. The wise men saw the star and they followed it to the manger, right? So that might be my page right there. So I didn't think of that till just now. I just thought, let me leave it out so that, and look at all the beautiful pages in here I can choose from. I mean, I do save, I did use some of these in my Christmas journals this year, but really cool pages here that I would like to use some in my own December daily. So let's see, do I want to start with, it can either be this one, or I just saw another one that would be good. See here, Jesus is already born. Here's the wise men getting to him, getting to Jesus. And this one right here, let's see if I can get this apart. I have the staples up right here. This is glued and has these staples here, so I can kind of pull these off maybe. Let's see real quick. I might have to pause and get them out, but let me see if I can just pull this off here easily. Like I said, the pages are pretty brittle, so whenever I've used these, I've glued them down onto something to and you know, instead of folding them, or cut out something, maybe fussy cut out something. So let's see, this one, oh, does she have Jesus in her arms? I think she does. I thought maybe it was before he was born, but no. Okay, so then I'm going to go with this one then. Okay, let's go with this one. So this is going to be, oh, that'll look pretty on here too. It has green on it. I just realized, oh, that's not the one. Where is it? I've lost it now. Hold on. Is it on this side? Oh, here it is. Okay. So yeah, this'll I'll probably cover up most of this page. Let me put this to the side for a second. And we're going to start off with this, and I want this part here. So this will pretty much in the star. Might have to cut this in more than one piece, because see, this star is way up here, and if I cut this bottom part off, let me see. Let's just see how we can cut it down. Grab my paper cutter here, and we're going to make it fit here. And I could add other things to this later, but right now I want to just start with this. I mean, this particular page, you know what I mean? I could add other decorations, but I'm going to start off with this. So yeah, I mean, you can just do whatever you want. There's no rules in December dailies or December journals. You can use a kit, and I think that would be fun to follow along with, you know, prompts and things like that. I think that would be a lot of fun. I thought about it, but then I just like to put my own like daily happenings into it, and whatever, you know, my own kind of imagination, and just kind of do my own thing. So I'm going to cut off the, let's see, I don't want to cut off too much of this, so just barely cut an even edge here, because it's kind of raggedy here, kind of tattered. So cut off that little piece. So we still have the star, we still have the wise men down here. So let's see how that fits now. It's a little bit too wide, and it's just a sliver too long. So if I cut off a sliver down here, I think we'll be okay on the length. So one more sliver down here I will do, and then we'll figure out. Okay, so I need to make this the width a little bit shorter this way. So I like their shadows down here. I kind of want to keep that, then they go right to the edge, and I want to keep as much as a star as I can. Let me see what it would look like if I cut off. See, it's going to be, oh, you know what? I think it's going to be all right if I cut right here. I'm kind of making a little mark right here, a little divot there where I can cut and still have a lot of most of the rays of the star shining out, and most of the rays, and of course the star. So I think we'll be all right. Okay, this is it. So yeah, I'm not going to be afraid to cover up anything that is the page, because like I said, I made this like a glue book. So it is, I'm not going to hesitate to cover up and glue on top of anything, no matter what. That's what I'm telling myself anyway. So, all right. I may cover this. This says Christmas Ideals right there. I may put a little something there later when I come across something. For right now, I'm just going to glue this down. So I need some glue, and I want it to be nicely glued down and like stay here forever. So I'm going to use my art glitter glue. I haven't used this in a couple days, so let's see how we do here. But yeah, I've been crafting, but I did craft at work. Not yesterday, but the day before on my lunch break. Yesterday I didn't take a lunch break because, like I said, this week has been extremely stressful at work, and I had to just work through my lunch break in order to have some peace of mind. when I left my work yesterday. I needed to just get things done, and so I wouldn't be like thinking and stressed over the weekend thinking, oh, I got to get there Monday morning and do this, that, and the other. I kind of just got myself in a place where I was at peace with getting certain things done so I can have a nice weekend, if you know what I mean. Maybe you have a job like that. My job's not normally stressful. It's just all the moving and not being able to, things aren't hooked up yet the way they normally are. So just getting all the things, printers and computers and all the technology, and then getting your office put away, and just all the things you have to do when you move, and it's still not all hooked up properly. That's why it's been, even yesterday was so stressful. But it's getting better throughout the week. Things are getting hooked up. So hopefully next week it'll all be copacetic and we'll be back to normal. But I love my job, so, you know, I'm not complaining. I'm just speaking facts, speaking the truth, from my standpoint anyway. Okay, so here we go. This page is down, very vintage page. Now I might, see, I need to put a little bit more glue here on the edge, a lot more glue, so this is nice and glued down. Because this glue, you know, the glues we use them for a reason. They're very strong, but they also dry very quickly. So by the time I got this down, it was kind of drying. So let's see if we can get this glued down here. I might need to put some Fabri-Tac on there. Let's see. It's kind of wrapping around the edge, which is which I'm able to do because of the way this is bound. Still not going down as much as I would like. Hold up. This is a good reason to, would be a good example of what I can do here. Since this is not sewn in, I can now take this page out and see exactly what's going on here. Oh, it is getting glued down. Okay. Put a little bit right here. And then I'll be able to flatten it out nicely here. So I do plan on making more journals like this. In fact, I have one in my journal, in my shop right now, a Sleeping Beauty. But you know what I need to do? I see what's happening. I need to leave it flat and let it dry like this for a minute, because then when I fold it, it's coming up. So if I can lay it flat like this, see, it's all down right now, all solid here. Let it dry for a minute. So let me put this is our first page. I'm going to put it over there. Okay, so you can see how, let me show you how it's down now. It doesn't go over, so you can't really see it on this side. Not that if it did, it would matter, but I could trim it more if I needed to, but I don't need to. But here's what it looks like. Very pretty, and I can put something right here later. And I was going to tell you the date real quick, so I'd like to keep this because this particular page in Ideals magazine is from a 1956 Ideals. I could add this. Do I need the whole thing? I don't really need the whole thing, do I? Maybe I'll just put this somewhere over here just to remember Christmas Ideals. Put the little date here somewhere. You know, I mean, I think it would be fun to look back and say, oh, wow, so cool that I kept that piece, because I can see where this came from. It came from Christmas Ideals. And here's the date even. I even kept the copyright exact date here. And it's the November issue, 1956, volume 13, number 6. And it says Ideals right there. So very cool, I think. And it's, you know, maybe somebody else wouldn't like that, but it's your, you know, this is mine, and if you do one, it's yours, and you can do whatever you want. So I'm going to put this right here just because I want to remember. You know, I would never remember that. I think I would. I could tell myself, oh, I'm going to remember that, but I know I won't remember that. So I do that. I've done that before. That's how I know. I'm like, because I have a good memory, but I'm like, oh, I'll remember that. Then I don't remember it. So I do remember a lot of things, but you know what I mean? Like there's some things that you think you're going to remember and then you don't. This is still coming up. Hold on. I know I'm folding it, but it's dry at this point. I'm going to put a little, I think I need to, let me do it from this standpoint. I'm going to fold it. Now either I got to cut it off or put some more glue there. And this part up here is glued down nice right here, the top part. But then I get to about 1.5 inches down, and that's where it's not glued down. So great. So I'm going to put a little fabric tack under there. We're gonna knock this out in a very strong way here as far as gluing it down. So I hope you're all having a good start to your December. Maybe you feel it in the air, the December kind of atmosphere. As far as I don't know if it's my imagination or I can actually feel December in the air. But you know, it's like on the way home, it seems like people get a little crazy on the road. Like, it's December, we have to get all this stuff done now, type of thing. It's probably always like that. It's probably my imagination. But, yeah. And then I didn't really plan on listening to Christmas music in my car, you know, driving when I drive to and from work. I mean, I do. I just didn't plan on starting like yesterday on December 1st. And what happened was I turned it on at work because I can see the Christmas tree from my office. I put up the Christmas tree in my office, by the way. Like, I should write that down, shouldn't I? So maybe I'll do a little journey. I didn't put it up yesterday, though. I put it up on one of my lunch breaks, like on Tuesday. My boss had left it out, and he had to go out of town. And I was like, oh, it's right there. But do I dare just put it up on work time when so many other things need to be done, like my work and moving things around and putting things away in the office? I'm like, well, if I do it on my lunch break, nobody can say anything, right? I'm whispering because I don't want anybody to hear. But yeah, that was my strategy. I put it up one day on my lunch break, and it just, oh, wow, it just made the office look like we've been there. We've been there all along, and we're not just going through this stressful move right now, because I cleaned up that whole reception area, vacuumed the rug and everything. So when I finished, it was done, and then I came in like yesterday. It was the first time I thought of it. Was it yesterday or the day before? Anyway, I came in and I turned my phone on because the day before I was thinking, oh, I wish we had some Christmas music in here. So what I thought of when at home was like, oh, I could turn my phone on, just have it really low, play some Christmas music, right? So that's what I did, but I turned it off because I didn't want to bother anyone. But then I had it on a Christmas station on. I listened to Pandora, and you can listen to different stations or make your own stations or whatever. Okay, now it's down. Is it dry enough? Is it dry enough where I could stick it back in here now? Okay, so we are solid with the first page. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this little glassine bag too. But anyway, yeah, so I listened to a little bit of Christmas music, but I had to turn it off so I could concentrate too on my work, because I really have to concentrate, make sure I do things right, you know what I mean? And I couldn't because I was just like, wanted to listen to the Christmas music, and I needed to focus on my work. But anyway, it looks beautiful in the reception area, and then I left it. And so when I turned Pandora on, when I got in my car, then it was on a Christmas station, and I really enjoyed listening to Christmas music to and from work yesterday. So there's my first page. It may involve more, it may not, but I think it's beautiful. Even though we just covered up a page, it's the start of the Christmas season. And so let's get this, oh, you know what? Let me find the number 1. Let's put that on that page. So, okay, I put them in order. That one's out of order, but here's the number 1. See, I've got 2, 3. Let me put 11 back in here in order 8. That's 19. Oh, they're out of order. Okay, I'll do it later. I had them in order, but now they're really out of order. let's put the 1 in here. Let's see. So I was going to cover that up, so I could have put it down there, but now I don't want to cover it up. So maybe I'll put it up here. And I'm just going to glue it down like this. I don't think I need to, I don't want to cut the corner. I could round the corners, but I don't think that's really necessary. So, and this is cardstock. These numbers are cardstock from a paper pad. They were from a paper pad, and I don't know which one because I've cut them out at least a year, maybe 2 years ago, to use them maybe like in one of the journals I was selling, but I don't know why I never did. So anyway, so now I'm going to use them. So December 1, it says December 1 right there. Cool. Awesome. Okay, December 1. We got it done. Okay, now the bag. That looks nice. I like that. Okay, so here's the bag. And I've glued paper. Okay, so I think I might glue this down. So I might put glue here and glue it down somewhere. So I'm thinking I could put this over here. And so let me get a protection for my table here. And this is a glass trivet from Dollar Tree that I got a long time ago now, a few years ago. And I like it because when glue gets on here, I can either try to wash it off myself with some hot water, or I can stick it in the dishwasher if I can't get it off, or all off or something. Get it as clean as it can get pretty much in the dishwasher with the really hot water. So let's see, what I have done before with napkins or tissue paper, something like that. This is like a napkin. It's a paper tablecloth. I have used, and it works, and it stays on, just glue stick. For some reason it just works, and then you don't have to worry about anything showing through your tissue paper or your napkin. But it works on glassine bag. It works on certain things, and I've experimented with it, so I know. And I've experimented and on things that I've kept, so I know that it stays together, if you know what I mean. So it's very gooey when you put this on glassine bag. And you can use any, if you want to use a glue stick, just use any glue stick. I happen to have these washable purple ones, but I also have Permanent Bond, extreme. These are by Elmer's. I have the Craft Bond ones too, the extra strength. So if I didn't have that, I would just use my other one. Let me see across the top here. And this will dry clear, and any extra glue on here you won't be able to see. And I think this is pretty much going to fit on here, except it's a little bit too long. So let me cut a little bit off the bottom here, about 1/4 of an inch, maybe a little bit more, like this. And there's another scrap. So I'm going to put this down on here. Okay, so I'm going to need to really let that dry, because I've got glue all the way across, and see, it's all down there, nice and smooth. I'll run my finger over it here and make sure, like that. But there we go. Now, let me put my lids on my glue. So I thought, let's look for a place where I can glue this down. Now, I'm not against putting pockets here. Like, if I wanted to put this here, I could. But I don't know if I want it there. And like I said, I have more than 31 surfaces in here. I have plenty of pages. So let's look for a page, so I don't have to, be afraid of using too many pages without dedicating it to a day, because I have plenty in here. I have more than 31 for the entire, and I do my December dailies for the entire month, not just up to Christmas. I do it from December 1st to December 31st. And you can do whatever you want. Some people start at Thanksgiving. Some people just do through the 25th. You can do whatever you want. It's just, I'm just letting you know the way I do it. So let's look for a page real quick. that, like, I can see myself, like I said, I don't want to be afraid to glue all over any of these pages, but I would like to maybe look for a page. Here's a pocket here that maybe I don't want to, you know, glue all over. And here's the cover of a paper pad. Music with a pocket. Let's see what's on this side. Music. I'm just going to look for a page where either this would look good, or maybe I want to keep the page. I don't know if I made any pages like that. Here's the flip out. Okay, here's, yeah, this I would want to cover. This is junk mail. I put some of these in here with you on video, I think, and then I put more on. I kind of finished it up off video, so you haven't seen all of these pages. Here they're building a gingerbread house. And see, all of these are meant to be just glued on and whatever. So, like I said, like a glue book. Okay. Oh, see, I would want to keep that, but now I don't want to. I wouldn't want to cover it if I want to keep it. This is from this book, actually. There's an example, and there was the other side of it's on the other side of it. I forgot to show you, but I just thought of it when I saw this pretty gingerbread house. This was one of the pages in this book, so you can see why I liked it and brought it home. Okay, so let's see. This is just a Franken page here. Oh, that looks good with that green too. Maybe I'll put it right here. Then I can put something else up there. Yeah, that looks pretty together. Okay, so on this side, in order to glue it down with strength, and this is kind of slick, you know, it's wax paper, glassine bag. I'm going to use some fabric tack on here and just glue it down solidly right here. And then I'll decide later on where I want to put my, or what I want to put in it. That's what I was going to say. I would like to find a spot for my numbers and scraps. So maybe tomorrow's video we'll put in like an envelope or something, a pocket, a big pocket. I want a little pocket for these. Or a pocket, like I wouldn't put them in here because if they went all the way to the bottom, then they would be hard to get out. So I wouldn't put them in this glassine bag. I'll put a tag in here or something, you know, do some writing, put it in there. So that's going to go there. And then, so what I have left, scraps, these two, this one, where's the other little one? Right here. And let's see, how long is this? Yeah, I don't know if, I was just going to see, do I want to use it on the same page? But I will definitely be using these in one way or the other. This right here too. I could use it like it is, or I could cut out the word jolly and just use this colorful part somewhere. So that's another scrap. So I need a big like envelope or pocket for my scraps, which I don't think I have yet. So maybe tomorrow, the next video on my December daily, will be adding a big pocket or envelope somewhere, because I just have little pockets right now. These are all solid pages. Here's a little pocket right here. And I don't want to put my numbers in there because it's just going to like go all back and forth. I just kind of want something small to put my numbers in to hold them while I'm waiting to use them. And I want a big pocket to put scraps in. And later on, I can use it for a card or you know, whatever, a drawing card or a tag or whatever. So just going through here one more time to make sure I don't have anything. And to show you my pockets that I have, like right here's a pocket all across the bottom. Here's a big pocket here. I just used this scrap. This came in the mail. This was an envelope that I got in the mail. I thought it was pretty. It had a pretty design on it. See that? I could color that or decorate it, but it was an envelope. I took the flap off, glued it down. Oh, there's a pocket behind too. Let me show you. I have some things here. So I could, that's a pocket, and then here's a pocket. So it's an envelope that I glued down just on the sides, and it was junk mail, and I just like this green design on here. So that's an envelope. I guess I could put my scraps in there, but again, I guess it's not that tight, so maybe for right now, I'll put my scraps in there just to hold them so they don't fall out. And then we'll still might make a bigger envelope or pocket in here next time, and a place for my numbers until I use them up, right, through the month. So right now they're going to go right there. So I think that is it for today. I think I told you everything I wanted to, and went through everything I wanted to let you know how I work with my December daily. And at some point I'll do a video and do not really a detailed flip through or anything, but just to show you and maybe give you ideas and remind myself of what I've done in the past, and that will give me ideas too, and remind me of, like, kind of gets your inspiration going and your imagination going. If you look back through if you have an old December daily, look back through it. That'll give you some ideas. And I even do that with my YouTube videos. I'll be like, I know that journal was really cool. What did I do in that one? And I'll watch my own video, as well as, tons of other people's videos. I just watch videos all the time. Just, you never know when you're going to see something that you want to do, or something that will spark a little idea of something different that you can do. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's why I never hesitate to watch a video of something like a flip through, or somebody making a journal, or crafting, paper crafting, because it's like, it may sound like something you've seen before, but then somewhere in that video is going to be a little something that that sparks your imagination. So anyway, I think we're off to a good start. I can't wait to do another page. So I'll see you in my next December daily video. Have a great weekend and a great day.